Those who hate Israel hate America. Those who hate Jews hate Christians. There is a reason the Ayatollah refers to Israel as the little Satan and America as the great Satan.
I don't know that if America's turning on Israel, then America deserves what's going to happen to them for it.
It'll be worse for America than Israel.
It will, because Israel will just move on to India and other countries, and America will fall.
Not just that, the sleeper cells.
America will fall, and that's what they want. I mean, that is what they want, is that the constitutional republic of the United States for America will fall. But I think Trump sees that. America has to be independent of the British Empire too. Mm-hmm. And I think that's Israel's independence too, that we're all separated from that. Yeah. And that's the octopus, and we're all separated from that.
Candace Owens said something very interesting sometime back on the PBD podcast that is worth your ear. Take a listen.
And so having, I think, that the courage to stand on something that doesn't feel establishment popular or mainstream media popular, but that you understand is what people are actually feeling. And, I'm very much a person that from the very beginning has said, F Ukraine. I stand on that. And I would have said it if I was in the debate stage. Like, I would have let them all do their little pitch and the cries and the tears, because this gets into the
why if Ukraine is what I ask. Why?
Because people literally can't put food on the table. You've stopped people from working in America. The average person is struggling to even be able to afford gas, groceries. You have people that are dealing with an influx of crime and illegal immigration in their cities. People whose daughters and kids are being raped and killed. That woman that was horrifically killed in Arizona going on a run by an illegal immigrant. All of this is happening in our country right here. Because if you told me as a mother that I need to care more about what's happening in the neighbor's house while my kids were suffering in my house, I would look at you and tell you were crazy, obviously. Of course, I'm going to take care of my own house first. And if I have something after my house is in perfect order, right? And then you say to me, hey, they need help. That's just common sense. But if my house is in complete chaos and my kids can't eat and my kids are struggling, how dare you tell me that it's wrong to want to care for my own first? And that's exactly what the American foreign policy is amongst the elites.
She makes a strong point about how America seems more concerned with taking care of others than its own people. And honestly, she's right. How can a nation help others when its own house is falling apart? Anyway, let's finish the clip.
Everything that we're doing in the world right now is we're suffering from not being able to mind our own business. This idea, post World War II regarding international liberalism, that it was now we must spread our ideas everywhere and everybody must accept them. Maybe people don't want to live like Americans want to live. Have we ever thought of that? Like, maybe people in Iraq and Iran actually are not interested in the way that we live. Maybe people in Saudi Arabia are not interested in the way that Californians live. And by the way, if you're looking at what's going on in California and LA, does it seem like maybe people should be embracing American values and principles at this moment? Like, if you could buy them and purchase them right now as another country, you probably would be wanting to go the other way. Hence Uganda and the laws that they're putting in place trying to keep this LGBTQ agenda that Americans are funding all across the world. Why are we funding that?
I genuinely agree with everything Candace Owens said here. What she described is not just a political problem, it's a moral one. It's about a country forgetting its duty to its own people. A nation that chooses to pour its resources, energy, and focus into foreign issues while its own citizens are struggling is a nation that has lost its sense of balance. When you walk through cities and see people who can't afford groceries, families living paycheck to paycheck, veterans on the streets, and communities crumbling under crime and poverty, it becomes clear that something is deeply wrong with the priorities of leadership. Countries like Japan, China, and Qatar understand something very simple. You build strength by taking care of your people first. You make sure your house is in order before trying to fix someone else's. That's not selfishness, that's common sense. You cannot call yourself a strong nation if your own citizens are left behind while you try to save the world. What's even more troubling is how ordinary people are made to feel guilty for simply wanting their country to focus on them. The taxpayers, the people who actually fund the system, are the ones struggling the most. They are the ones carrying the burden of foreign aid and foreign wars while they can barely make ends meet. It's morally wrong to demand sacrifice from those who already have so little. Candace spoke the kind of truth that makes people uncomfortable, but it's a truth that needs to be said. A great nation is not defined by how much it gives away to the world, but by how well it protects, serves, and uplifts its own people. And until America understands that, The gap between those who rule and those who live the reality will only grow wider.